Hey, so in today's video, we're going to talk about the 5 reasons why you should not hire a marketing agency, especially if you're just starting out. Let's get into it. So firstly, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Penberthy. I'm the founder of adclients.com. We help you create, launch, and scale your business online. And I'm pleased that you're here. And in today's video, we're going to talk about this topic of hiring a marketing agency or finding a company that's going to quote unquote do it for you, right? It's something that comes up a lot. I run a coaching and a training business. I know the value of learning something yourself and implementing it yourself. And there are 5 main reasons for that, which I'm going to dive into. So this comes up a lot. We'll be working with a client. Oh, can't I just get someone to do all this for me? Can't I just have someone just build the whole funnel for me so I don't have to think about it? And there are some really, really dangerous reasons why you would not want to do that and why that would be a bad idea. And there's also a couple of scenarios where hiring an agency is a good idea, and I'll get to those at the end of the video as well. So before we dive in, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on the bell notification. I'm putting out a couple new videos like this every single week on traffic, funnels, offers, all this good stuff that's going to help you grow your business. The first reason why it's not a good idea to hire a marketing agency when you're first starting out is that you have not understood the process, right? Like if you have someone build you a sales funnel or you have someone starting to run your ads, you do not know what it is that they are doing. You do not know if they're doing it right. You do not know if they're hitting the type of numbers that they should be hitting. You do not know if they're doing it at a speed that you know is possible that they should be doing. There are all these things that for you are difficult to measure, right? You do not know if they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. And it's so important you understand the process. Imagine if you took on an agency to run your Facebook ads and that relationship lasted 2 months and then for whatever reason, you parted ways, right? Whether it was their decision or your decision, you've parted ways. You are back to square one. You do not know what it was that they were doing inside of your Facebook ad account. You do not know how they were coming up with the creative that they were coming up with the copy they were coming up with. You have no idea of any of that stuff. So you're literally going to be stop, start in your business. Unless you find a phenomenal marketing agency that actually is the bee's knees, they do what they're supposed to be doing, they get the best results in the business, and you have a long-term relationship for years to come. That is very, very rare. Okay, you are usually going to churn through agencies very, very quickly, and you're going to constantly be stop-start in your business because you haven't even understood the process yourself. The second reason is that you're not in control, right? Now, when you are growing your business, and especially when you're spending money on advertising, you want to have, a level of control in the results that you're getting and the money that you're spending. Right, like for me, we do all of our advertising, in-house, and it means that if I see a campaign that is doing quite well, I can just put up the budget, or I can speak to someone on my team and say, jack that up, right? But I can't, it's a bit more difficult with an agency. They kind of want you to just leave them to it and they go ahead and do their thing. Perhaps they're running the ads and it's going a bit slower than you might like, but they're saying all this jargon that you don't understand, so you just have to take them at their word. They're saying, oh no, we can't spend any more than this for now, or perhaps they're even spending more than you feel comfortable with spending. But again, because of the first point and you haven't understood what's going on, they're saying, oh no, really, we should keep spending more because this does this and this does that to the algorithm. So they're spending more of your money and you don't even know why it's happening. You're completely out of control, and I feel like that is a really, really important thing, especially, like I'm saying, in the beginning, when you're first starting the journey of your business. You've got to be able to be in the know and in control in how things are moving forward. The third point kind of just extends on something I've already spoken about, which is if they stop, your business stops, right? And this is a really, really dangerous and rocky road to be on, because the agency world is, I don't mean to put a dampener on it, because again, I do know some very, very good friends of mine and clients of mine that run agencies. So I'm not completely poo-pooing the industry. There are some really good people that have a really, really good agency. So I want to set that context. Now that that context is set, I feel free to say what I'm going to say. There are a lot of training courses out there that are teaching thousands, tens of thousands of people to be a social media agency. And so you've got people coming out the woodwork left, right and center that don't really know what they're doing. They're trying to follow a training program that's teaching them how to land clients and then teaching them how to run their ads. And so they might pick up a client or two, but they're not really sure what they're doing. And they're kind of learning on the job as they're trying to run your ads. That's not the type of person that I want to be running my stuff. But the difficulty is that is 98% of the agency industry. To find a really good one is really, really challenging. So this means you are going to burn through a lot of agencies before you find that really, really good one. And it means that there's going to be times where their agency just stops. They haven't learned how to manage their capacity or manage their delivery, their delivery, right? So to take you on as a client, they take on 10 more clients and suddenly they realize that they haven't managed their capacity and their delivery. And so you start getting ghosted, right? Or perhaps they just stop running your ads or just cancel your billing. There's all these things that can just happen to where they stop and your business stops. And again, it's like I said earlier, you don't want this stop, start, stop, start. The fourth reason is, look, it doesn't even matter if you get a good agency. You're never going to have someone that cares about your business as much as you, right? You're not going to have someone that's going to give 100% effort to your campaigns, to your creative, truly caring about it and giving 100% of their time. It's just not going to happen. Let's even use the scenario that someone does have 10 clients, but they have managed their time well, and so they are able to run 10 ad accounts at the same time, right? Well, that person's attention is still split 10 times. They're giving 10% effort to your account. Do you realize that? You're giving your ads and your marketing off to someone else who is only going to be giving 10% effort to your business. That doesn't sound right to me. I want to know that my marketing is in the hands of someone who is giving 110% and is making every decision with absolute precision and making the most efficient decisions to do with our ad spend and our ads. And the reality is, if you go to an agency that has a ton of clients, as good as they might be, they're not giving 100% to your account, and that does stand for something. The fifth and final point is that you're going to burn through a lot of money, pretty quickly. You're not only going to be experimenting with and testing, ad spend, so that's one expense, but now you've got the fee to be set up in the agency. There's usually a setup fee, and then there's going to be the monthly retainer to run your ads. So the costs rack up quite quick. Now, if you do start going through quite a few agencies before you find the right one, you could end up spending tens of thousands of dollars just going through agency after agency before you even find a good one, or just pack it in and decide that it was right all along, that you should have just started learning this yourself. So those are the 5 reasons why I think it's not the best idea for you to hire a marketing agency, but particularly when you're starting out. I've been wanting to make that clear because when you're on the first part of your journey, you want to understand what it is that you're doing. You want to wrap your head around the marketing, at least get a bit of experience running some ads, running some traffic, building some funnels, so that you can hold that agency accountable to getting the results that you know they should be doing, or at least being able to keep an eye on what it is that they're doing. You want to be in control, and you don't want to burn through a ton of additional money when you're in the beginning of your journey. Now, there are 2 conditions where I suggest that perhaps looking for an agency is the right decision. And you might say, John, how on earth is that possible? You've just yapped on for 5-10 minutes about why you should never get an agency. There are 2 times where it actually makes sense, and I suggest this to my clients. The first scenario is if you are running a relatively big operation. So you have a bigger team, you have a number of people doing a number of different things, and you would like to outsource one of your marketing tasks to an agency. So for example, let's say you're building your sales funnels in-house and you're running Facebook ads and YouTube ads and LinkedIn ads, and you decide, hey, we want to outsource some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and hand off our Facebook ads to an agency. That's a scenario that can actually make sense, because now you've got an agency that is running with your advertising on one isolated platform, which is Facebook, but you still have an internal team that perhaps is running YouTube ads or running LinkedIn ads, or perhaps you've even got an agency then for each different platform. That's better because you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. You've had that experience now. You've had that experience of running campaigns yourself, and now you're going to outsource that task. So that's the first scenario where I think it might make sense. The second scenario is when you are, let's just say, a solopreneur, right? If it is just you and your laptop and you're building your business, the second scenario where it might make sense is once you have wrapped your head around it and you've got a bunch of experience, right? You've started running Facebook ads, you've started getting some results, you've learned how to piece together good copy, you've been running some campaigns now and you've built some funnels and everything's been ticking along, you're getting some momentum now, then that could be a time where you will hit a critical mass in your business where it's like, okay, I'm at capacity, I'm doing this, something's got to give. That's the time where we can start outsourcing it, and perhaps an agency would make sense. But that should not come before you've wrapped your head around it and you've started getting some results, or at least you've understood the process. So listen, hopefully that was helpful for you. If it was, do me a favor, hit the like button on this video, drop me a comment and let me know what you thought of this. And let me know if you've tried an agency before and what your experience was. I'd be interested. If it was good or if it's bad, I want to hear them all. So let me know in the comments box. And of course, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification. I put out a couple new videos like this every single week. And finally, if you want to learn from me, if you want to be in a coaching relationship or become one of our clients, there's a training that you can sign up for in the description box and the top comment that'll take you to a masterclass that I've got that breaks down how I do all of this stuff myself and with an internal team, how we structure our offers, build our funnels, run our ads. If you'd like to learn that stuff and then be coached through the process, check out that training. I think you'll really enjoy it. That being said, hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in a future one.